Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuola for Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift, I want to talk about going somewhere, like your plan to achieve something. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you are not going to stay where you are. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. I believe there is a reason this step is so powerful. I think it is you declaring your intention to move forward, to grow, to take control of your future. It might be a simple decision, but it requires courage and clarity. And the truth is, without this first step, you cannot move towards any real change in your life. Deciding not to stay where you are is not always going to be easy, but it is absolutely necessary. So let us just talk about it for a few short minutes. Why it is important and how to build the resolve to follow through. Whether it is in your career, in your relationship, your personal habit, in the way you see yourself, the decision to no longer stay where you are, I believe can set a solid foundation for a new chapter in your life. Think about this. Before any major shift, before any major life change, there is always a decision point. It is the moment when you decide that you've had enough of the way things are. Maybe you're fed up with the feeling stuck. Maybe you're fed up with playing small, or you're fed up with being held back by old patterns or limitations. That decision to change, to leave your current state, is incredibly powerful because it is the beginning of transformation. Why? Because it takes you from passively accepting your circumstances to actively shaping them. It flips the script. It's no longer life is happening to you. It is you taking charge of your life. It is that decision that changes everything for you. In that particular decision, you acknowledge that while you might not be able to control everything, you can control your own actions, you can control your own path, you can control the way you respond to the world. Once you've decided to move forward, you're putting yourself on a new path. You're opening yourself up to the possibilities that are out there, especially possibilities that were out of reach before. Because quite simply, you are standing still. So by choosing not to stay where you are embracing growth, you are embracing movement, you are embracing change. And those are the forces that drive progress in every area of your life. You need to recognize the need for change. And it all starts with awareness. The reason we often stay where we are is that we are not fully aware of how much we need to change. Maybe we've grown comfortable in our discomfort. Maybe we've convinced ourselves that this is just how things are and that this is as good as it gets, or that it is too risky or too difficult to change. But listen, your discomfort is speaking to you. When you feel a sense of restlessness, dissatisfaction, or even resentment, that is your intuition nudging you. It is urging you to consider something different. Too often we silence that inner voice because it is inconvenient, because change feels overwhelming, or because we don't know what the next step looks like. But recognizing the need for change is the first step, or the first part of making a decision. It is about being honest with yourself about what is not working in your life. It is about what you really want, and it is also about the gap between where you are and where you would like to be. Maybe you're tired of the same routine. Maybe you are in a job that doesn't fulfill you, or a relationship that doesn't support your growth. Or maybe you're simply not living in alignment with who you know you can be. Whatever it is, becoming aware of that need for change is the first sign that it is time to take that first step. And that comes with commitment. Once you've recognized that something needs to change, the next part is committing to that decision. And I mean really, really committing. This isn't a half-hearted, I wish things were different kind of commitment. No. It is a full-on, no-turning back decision. Commitment is powerful because it fuels actions. It fuels your actions. When you're truly committed, you're no longer debating with yourself. You are not wasting energy wondering if this is the right choice. You are all in. And with that kind of commitment, you are setting yourself up to keep pushing forward, even when it is hard, even when it is uncomfortable, even when the results don't come immediately. You are in. Commitment is also what keeps you anchored in moments of doubt. Because let's be real, change is not a straight line. All right, you will have setbacks. You will have moments that you doubt yourself. You will face resistance, sometimes from other people, sometimes from within yourself. So when you are fully committed to not staying where you are, you have the resilience to push through. See, there is a cost associated with you staying where you are. There is a cost that is associated to you not moving, because there is always a cost. Even if it is not immediately obvious, there is always a cost. When you choose to stay in the same place, in the same habits, in the same situations, you're choosing to the comfort of familiarity over the potential for growth, and that might feel safe at first, but in the long run, it limits you. Think about it this way. Staying where you are might feel comfortable, but comfort zones are often cages in disguise. They keep you in a predictable routine. They limit your experiences. They stifle your potential. Staying put where you are means you are missing out on what you could become, on what you could learn, on who you could meet, or the impact you could make. Sometimes the pain of staying becomes greater than the fear of leaving. That is when most people make the decision to move forward. But I'm here to encourage you not to wait until that pain becomes unbearable. Don't wait until life forces you to move. Choose to move because you know you deserve more, because you're capable of more, and because you're ready to grow into the person that you know you can be. See, you need to learn how to visualize your next step. Once you have made the decision not to stay where you are, you need to visualize where you want to go. Now, this doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out. No, sometimes the destination is a little bit blurry, but even a greater sense or a general sense of direction can be incredibly powerful. Think about what you want your life to look like. Think about what you really want your life to look like. What kind of environment do you want to be in? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? What values do you want to embody? All right, what dreams have you put off that you are ready to pursue right now? Visualizing doesn't really mean you have to have a perfect step-by-step strategy or plan. No, it just means you create a vision that pulls you forward. When you have a direction, you are more likely to take action. And action, consistent, intentional action, is what turns a decision into reality. See, one of the reasons people hesitate to take the first step is because they think change has to be huge, the dramatic overhaul. No, in reality, most lasting change happens through small, consistent actions. See, deciding not to stay where you are doesn't mean you have to have a complete life transformation overnight. It just means you need to start. You start making choices that align with the decision you want, with the direction rather that you want to go. Maybe it is applying for a job that excites you, even if you are not sure you are qualified. Maybe it is having a tough conversation that you've been avoiding. Maybe it is committing to one small habit that moves you closer to your goal. See, these small steps build momentum. They add up, all right, over time. And before you know it, you are no longer standing still. You are moving forward, one step at a time, creating the change that you've decided to make. Remember, the first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. Thank you.